Hello, everyone. This is Ron, and of course, I'm back with you with another episode of Empire Coins and Collectibles. I think I may have been a bit too wordy in the last episode, so we'll see if we can't make this one a little shorter. But in any case, when I start telling stories, my wife says I go on and on. I don't know, maybe that's from my background. My family, my grandparents, my great uncles and aunts were great storytellers. And of course, they're from the mountains, so they had a lot of stories to tell. But most of mine are about coin collecting. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, the real question is, what does a Texas penny and a Britannia have in common? Now, while you fathom that and you kind of think about it deeply and critically, please like, share, and subscribe. That would help me out immensely, and we can continue to grow the channel. And I want to thank all our new subscribers. We are getting close to that 1,000 mark. And of course, that's going to be a great celebration when we do hit that mark, and we'll have another giveaway. But having said all that, let's get to the point. What I have to share with you today are actually three different items, and you might say, what do they have in common? Let's switch cameras and go to the tray. Part of the answer of what do Texas pennies and Britannias have in common, the answer is Plano, Texas. So here we have a coin shop. The coin shop is named Lone Star Mint. It's located at 805 East 15th Street in Plano, Texas. And it's run by a couple of fine ladies. I go there every time I visit my brother because they have a good stock of coins and collectibles related to numismatics and exonumia. And really, that's what we're going to show you today, a bit of both. But please, if you get a chance to go to downtown Plano, Texas, visit them and tell them I said hi. In any case, I do like showcasing those businesses that I go to and buy coins from. It just helps them grow their business, and it spreads the word about the quality products they have in their inventory. So let's look at these. The Texas penny. This is a fine example of it. I've got probably about 8 to 10 of them. Here it says Texas, 1845, and that's when it became a state. Texas penny, and you look at it, it's got a cowboy on it. Beautiful rendition, the details in the horse and the individual on his horse. And of course, he carries his protection along with him, that rifle that's across the saddlebag. Just absolutely gorgeous. And you see the sun setting or rising. I'm not sure which it is in the background. So, when you start looking at these coins, let's flip it over and you'll see the real and probably the most sacred place in Texas. If it'll come into focus, maybe you'll be able to guess what it is. There it is. This is the most sacred place in Texas, the Alamo. If you guessed the Alamo, you were absolutely correct. This is where the beginning of the real fight for Texas to become an independent state from Mexico began. And the battle cry and the subsequent battles they fought with Santa Anna led with "Remember the Alamo," because almost everybody except for one, I believe, was killed at the Alamo. But those 6 flags that you see over the Alamo are the different flags of those that ruled Texas at different points in its history. And as a matter of fact, there is a theme park over in Arlington, Texas. Actually, they're kind of all over Texas, I think. That's called Six Flags Over Texas. And it's mainly themed around the history of Texas. It's a good place to go and visit with your children. But having said that, I do love the engraving on this round, this copper round. The inscription, of course, the Alamo, the picture of the Alamo itself, the building, and those 6 flags over it in the sky. Just a beautiful rendition of what Texas is all about. The West, As a matter of fact, there's a city in Texas. It's called Fort Worth. And basically, you'll hear the motto of Fort Worth. It's called "Where the West Begins." There may be a few other cities around Texas and other states that might have a problem with that, but that's the motto of Fort Worth. Kind of interesting, isn't it? So what does this have in common with the Britannia? What it has in common is that I bought them both at the Lone Star coin shop there in Plano. And this is, let me see if I can get it to focus. Will it focus? I think that's as good as it's going to get in that plastic sleeve. This is the Last Britannia, I believe, with Queen Elizabeth on it. God rest her soul, she passed recently. And on the other side is that beautiful lady, Britannia. And, you know, I will say this, Britannia is about as glorious as our walking liberty on our silver eagles. Isn't that gorgeous? No wonder people are really enthused about these coins. Kind of interesting. We had a conversation at the coin shop there in Plano about what this was. And I think what this is a countermeasure to counterfeiting the coin. It has an emblem inside it if you roll it around. Can you see it? Kind of interesting, isn't it? But it's just beautiful. Look at the background behind Britannia. The wavy lines, 0.999 fine silver. Absolutely gorgeous. So that is the Last Britannia, I believe, with Queen Elizabeth on it. The date, yes, 2023. And it's right up here. Now, what replaced this 2-pound silver Britannia? Well, that would be the Britannia with Charles, King Charles. Here is the 2-pound Britannia. And why don't I just pull this one out of the coin holder? I'll hold it by the edge, and you can get a better look of it. This is Charles. And notice Charles is facing the opposite direction from what Queen Elizabeth was. Let's just hold them side by side. Do you see that? Queen Elizabeth's profile is facing to the right, and King Charles's profile is facing to the left. I do love the look of this coin. It's a gorgeous coin. I do say this, though. He has a hard job in measuring up to the legacy that Queen Elizabeth has. And, you know, she was queen for a very, very, very long time. And King Charles has only been king for a few months, less than a year, right? But look at this as we rotate it around. Look at Britannia. Absolutely gorgeous. And look at the shield. The shield looks like it has the British flag on it, or piece parts of it. Isn't that gorgeous? That mirror finish on the figure is just gorgeous. I don't know how it gets any better than this. Well, I would like to hear what you guys think about the Britannia. It's just absolutely fantastic. Wow. You know, one of the things I would say, though, with respect of the two, this one probably is going to be in short mintage compared to what King Charles's will be over time. So as far as collectible, they're both fine collections. They are bullion, technically. One fine troy ounce of silver. Well, we get it back into focus again. There it is. Look how sharp that image is. I'm just blown away. My hat's off to the good folks over at the British Mint. They did a superbly fine job. Let's see if we can get a little closer and see who the sculptor was. Looks like Nathan. Is that what it is? Nathan? That's what it looks like. Just absolutely stunning. I may have to go out and buy more of these now that I look at it very, very closely. But you know, this is exactly what coin collecting and silver stacking is all about. Even though this is a troy ounce of silver, I would still say it's coin collecting. So this is also filling two positions in your collection in silver stack. It is a fine addition as a silver ounce, but a bit expensive one. I paid $42 for this, and it is filling a slot in your coin collection if you collect silver pounds, 2-pound coins. But by and large, I am super amazed and stunned at its beauty. I would say that our Walking Liberty has found her match. I don't know about the rest of you, but this is just absolutely beautiful. All right, my friends. So now you know the rest of the story. What does a Texas cent or a Texas penny have in common with a Britannia? I bought them both in Plano, Texas at the Lone Star Coin Shop. Please visit them when you go into Plano, Texas. They're right there on the main street, the main drag right through the heart of Plano. And tell them I said hi, and I'm pretty sure you're going to find some real deals there. And with that, my friends, you take care, and as always, good hunting.